Assalamu alaikum, hello and welcome to Learn Pashto with Muaz. In today's lesson, we will be exploring the top 5 most commonly used verbs in Pashto. These verbs are essential for daily conversations and will help you express yourself more confidently in Pashto. Before we get started, if this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I create lessons to help you learn Pashto fluently and confidently with practical examples and easy to follow explanations. And don't forget to click the bell icon so you never miss a lesson. Now let's dive into the top 5 verbs you need to know. So before making sentences on the top 5 verbs in Pashto in the present tense, we should know that each verb has its base form, okay, which is called infinitive. Infinitives are present in all the languages of the world, and that is actually the base form of the verb from which different forms of the verbs are made in different tenses. For example, in English you can see that all infinitives they start with to go, to wash, to play. All the infinitives are like this. And then in different tenses, they are conjugated differently. For example, goes. In the present tense, it becomes goes, going. In the continuous tense, it becomes going. In the past, it becomes went. Okay, I went to Lahore last year. Okay, in the perfect tenses, it becomes gone. I have gone to Peshawar. Okay, these kind of things. Similarly, in Pashto, also we have infinitives. Okay, infinitives. And the sign of infinitive, it is il. That il sound will come at the end of Pashto infinitive. If you can see in the English infinitive, to comes at the start, to. But the sign of Pashto infinitives, that il part, it will come at the end, il sound. Then infinitives are there, but we have some verbs are regular and some are irregular. Okay, so when we are constructing sentences in the present tense or in any tense, some verbs are regular, some irregular. So some will follow infinitive, some will not follow it. Okay, some verbs when we are making sentences, it will follow the infinitive. Okay, for example, if you can see to go, it is an irregular verb because it becomes goes and went and gone. But if you look at some other English verbs, for example, I can give you example of play, played, played. Only ed is added to it, and it is a regular verb in all the tenses. It doesn't change that much. Similarly, in Pashto, also we have regular verbs and irregular verbs, and they change drastically throughout the tenses. Okay, here I have written some infinitives and then how they are used in the present tense. Okay, it's present stem, and then I have formed sentences on the best of that. Okay, so the first infinitive, it is tlil. Tlil. Tlil mean to go. Tlil mean to go. But it is an irregular verb. When we are making sentences in the present tense, we would use its stem z. Z. You will use Z because it's an irregular verb. For example, I go to Karachi. Z Karachi ta zam. Zam. So we would take the Z part and we will add part with it. So it will become zam. Z Karachi ta zam. I go to Karachi or I am going to Karachi. Because here we have z in the present tense, we are when we are making constructing sentences, we add with z. Z mean I. So with I, ending will come and ending will be added to the present stem of the verb. Z Karachi ta zam. I am going to Karachi or I go to Karachi. It means both. Because in Pashto, when we are talking about habitual action or continuous action, we use one tense, and that is one conjugation. Z Karachi tazam. It means I go to Karachi. It also means I am going to Karachi. From the context of the sentence, from the context of the conversation, the listener will take its meaning whether it means I go to Karachi or whether it means I am going to Karachi. Okay? So with z mean I, and it will be added to the present stem of the verb, so it will become za Karachi ta zam. Za Karachi ta zam. I go to Karachi or I am going to Karachi. Let's take another verb, skull. Skull mean to drink. Look at the L part. I had told you Pashto infinitive sign, it is L. So skull mean to drink. It is a regular verb because when we are constructing sentences on the basis of this in the present stem, its present stem, it is regular, it follows the infinitive. Look at this, we only remove the L part, we only remove the sign of infinitive, and the stem, it is completely as it is in the infinitive. Okay, sk. So how would we say we drink tea? We take tea. So you would say mung. Mung mean we. We. Che mean tea. Tea. Sku. We drink tea. Mung che sku. Mung che sku. We take tea or we drink tea. In Pashto we say we drink tea. So I added u at the end. U, because there here we have mung. Mung mean we. We. So with we, the ending which comes, it will be u. U. Mung che sku. If it was I take tea, it would be z because I, z, che, and scum because the ending for z, it is z, che, scum. I take tea. Or how would we say we are going to Karachi? So we would say mung Karachi ta zoo. We will add u at the end because with mung, with we, u is added to the present stem of the verb. Okay. Now let's go to the next verb, which is likal. Likal mean to write. It's also a regular verb because when we remove the sign of infinitive, which is ill, it becomes lik, which is a regular verb. So if you are asking someone, what are you writing? Ta mean you, but ta, it is informal you. In Pashto, we have formal you and informal you. So when we are talking to elders, etc., we don't use this one. But when we are talking to friends, we say ta. Okay, ta sa mean what? Ta sa, lik. This is the present stem of the verb, and we would add a with it. A, because with ta, informal you, we add a at the end. Tasilike, what are you writing? Tasilike, what are you writing? Okay. If you want to ask someone, what are you drinking? So sa mean what? Ske. Then with ska, which is the present stem of the verb, we won't add u. Instead, we would add a. Ske, what are you drinking? Okay. So the conjugation, the formation of the verb, it changes according to the subject of the action. So z mean I, so it takes Mung mean we, so it takes u. Ta mean you, informal, so it takes a. Now let's do the next verb, which is khwadal. Khwadal mean to eat. Khwadal mean to eat. It's also a regular verb because if you remove the sign of infinitive, it remains khor. It's the regular verb. So if you are saying to someone, you are eating pizza. Taso is a formal you. When you are talking to elders, your teacher, respected ones, you would use taso. Okay, taso pizza khore. You are eating pizza or you eat pizza. It depends on the context. Taso pizza khore. Okay, so khor, it is the present stem of the verb, and then according to the doer of the action, we would add ending. Okay, present tense ending. So present tense ending for taso, it is a. Tasu pizza khore. You are eating pizza. Tasu pizza khore. Now if you are saying that I eat pizza, so you would say z, because for I we have z. Pizza khuram, because we would add then, because z mean I, and the ending for I, it is so then it will become z pizza khrum. If you are saying mung, we eat pizza, so then you would say mung pizza khuru. You would use the same present stem but with the change in z, mung, ta, so the ending will change. Okay. Now let's go to the next verb, which means katal. Katal mean to watch. Okay, katal mean to watch, and its present stem, it is gore. It means we will add endings u, a, these things to gore because this is a completely irregular verb. So he watches cricket or he is watching cricket. Haga mean he. Haga, cricket, gori. So now you should know that all the third persons, okay, all the third person, they take e at the end. Its ending, it is e. Okay, third person mean he, she, they, Muaz. When you are talking about someone else, the ending which will come, it will always be e. Haga cricket guri. He watches cricket or he is watching cricket. It depends on the conversation and the context of the conversation, that in which context it is being said. For example, if he is in that room and he is watching cricket now and someone says Haga cricket guri, it means he is watching cricket. But if he is not with you and you are just randomly talking about his habits and you say Haga cricket guri, then it means he watches cricket regularly. It's his habit. Okay? Now, she doesn't watch football. Haga football naguri. Na mean not. Naguri. So again, we took the present stem and e at the end. Okay? So you should know that for he and for she, we have the same word haga. Haga also means he, haga also means she. From the conversation, from the context, we will understand whether someone is talking about he or she. Okay? Now for they we have hagi. They are going to the stadium. Hagi stadium ta, to the stadium. Ta mean to. Hagi stadium ta. Then for going, we have, look at here, thril mean to go. We have the stem z in the present tense. So we will take z and e. Hagi stadium ta z. They go to the stadium or they are going to the stadium. Okay, so you can see now, you can for your further practice, you can conjugate it with all, each verb with all the pronouns. Okay, for example, za Karachi tazam, so you should say mung Karachi tazu, we go to Karachi or we are going to Karachi. Now you put ta here, ta Karachi taze, ta Karachi taze, do you go to Karachi? Then we would add a, because for ta we have the ending a. For taso it would be a. So taso Karachi taze, ze, you go to Karachi. If you are talking about he, she or they, or like for example, you are talking about me. Muaz goes to Lahore. Muaz, Lahore ta z. Z, because Muaz is the third person, you are talking about someone third person, it would take E. So that's it for today's listen on the top 5 most commonly used verbs in Pashto. Remember, these verbs are just the beginning of your journey to mastering Pashto. If you are serious about learning and want to dive deeper into the language, I offer a paid Pashto speaking course. This course includes all tenses, detailed exercises, and everything you need to become a fluent Pashto speaker. To enroll in the course or get more details, you can contact me on WhatsApp at 00923159423305. I would be happy to guide you through the process. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more lessons like this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.